What if the reason you don't understand how money really works isn't because it's complicated, but because no one ever showed you? Because here's the truth. The people who understand money the most don't talk about it the way you think they would. And it's not because they're trying to be secretive. It's because the system they use is completely different from the one most people are living in. And if you don't see that difference, you stay stuck. Because while most people are focused on earning money, millionaires are focused on controlling systems. And that's what gets hidden. Let me explain. Most people grow up learning one version of money. Work hard, earn income, pay your bills, save what you can, repeat. And on the surface, that sounds right. It sounds responsible. It sounds like what you're supposed to do. But here's the problem. That system was never designed to build wealth. It was designed to maintain stability. And there's a difference. Because stability keeps you in place. Wealth moves you forward. Now here's what gets hidden. Millionaires don't rely on income the way most people do. They use income to build systems. Systems that produce more money without requiring more time. And this is where the gap starts. Because if your entire life is built around earning money, then your progress is always limited by your time. There are only so many hours you can work, only so much energy you have. And once you hit that ceiling, you stop growing. But when you shift into systems, that ceiling disappears. Now here's something most people don't realize. This is not about being rich. This is about how money flows. Because right now, your money probably flows in one direction. You earn it, and it leaves. Bills, spending, obligations, and then you start over. That's a linear system. And linear systems don't create growth. Millionaires operate in cycles. Money comes in, it gets redirected. It creates more money, and then it repeats. That's the difference. Now here's the part they don't explain. Because it sounds too simple, and most people ignore it. The first step is not making more money. It's keeping control of what you already have. Because if you can't control money at a small level, you won't control it at a bigger level. And that's why people stay stuck. They think the solution is more income, more opportunity, more everything. But without control, more just disappears faster. Now the second part of this is ownership. Most people spend money. Some people save money. But very few people build things that generate money. And that's the shift. Because when you own something that produces income, even at a small level, you've changed the game. Now your money is not just leaving, it's working. Now here's why this stays hidden. Because it doesn't benefit the system for everyone to think this way. It benefits the system when people spend consistently, finance everything, stay dependent on income. Because that keeps everything predictable. But once you start thinking differently, once you start controlling your money, once you start building even small systems, you step outside of that pattern. And that's where things change. Now let's make this real. You don't need to start big. You don't need to understand everything. You just need to shift one thing. Instead of asking, what can I spend this on? You start asking, what can this turn into? And that question alone starts changing your behavior. Because now every dollar has potential. Now every decision has direction. And over time, that builds something. Not overnight, but consistently. And that's the part people miss. This is not about secrets. It's about perspective. Because once you see how money actually works, you can't unsee it. And once you start applying it, everything changes. Because now you're not just earning money, you're directing it. And that's the difference. If this helped you, subscribe to the Daily Yield, because we're building real financial progress, one step at a time.